Homicide's in the ring! It is on! This has exploded, and the match hasn't even started yet! They're already into the crowd!
The best of 5 series is underway. Homicide versus Bryan Danielson, and this match might be over before it even starts. This is supposed to be a tap-out match, and it's spilling all over the building.
This is absolutely ignited. Cameraman, let's stay with this as long as we can. You knew this was going to be intense, but Jimmy, did you expect anything like this?
I'm getting a little nervous. I'm getting that pit in my stomach. This is out of control. Bodies are flying everywhere. It's another Rottweiler riot. People get out of the way. Oh, this is getting very, very dangerous.
Neither man's going to back down.
This is getting dangerous for everybody in the National Guard Armory.
There's the Waller test situation all over again.
There is no control in this at all. Oh man, I'm getting really, really nervous.
This is a bad situation.
Homicide with a chair now.
Stop. Put it in the ring. Put it in the ring.
What's going on? What's Joey? We back? Go to the Cornet promo. We gotta get some order restored. Go to the pre-tape. We're gonna get this order restored.
You know why? I'm not sure. Why? I don't really know why I bother sometimes to take it easy on somebody. Just because I had a little modicum of respect for somebody at one time. Just because at one time I looked up to somebody. Just because at one time I thought I could learn something from somebody. But somebody wouldn't get out of the way. Somebody wouldn't let the new blood take over, and that's right, because I am a slim, trim, 29 years old, 199 pounds. I just started when I was 12. Let me tell you something, Bobby Heenan. I treated you like an old man, and that's where I made my mistake. I treated treated you like a has-been, and that's where I made my mistake, and I'll be the first one to admit I don't make many mistakes. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. But this time is going to be different, because Bobby Heenan, I'm not going into this treating you like a has-been. I'm not going into this treating you like somebody I can make a reputation off of to further myself. This time, I'm going into it like it's Jim Cornette, the Louisville Slugger, and Bobby the Brain Heenan, just like old times. Because I don't care whether you're 69, 79, 89, 99, or 112. The point is, you still got one up on me, and I don't like that, Bobby. Not one bit. I don't know why you would do something like that to Jim Cornette, a man who treated you well, a man who tried to give you a graceful way out of this profession. Well, I got news for you, Bobby. Vince couldn't kill you. WCW couldn't kill you. Cancer couldn't kill you. But Jim Cornette, the Louisville Slugger, is going to put Bobby the Brain Heenan out of this business one way or another. You mark my words.
All right, we're back, and this match is being restarted. We have some control.
Boy, for how long?
I can't even describe what happened. You saw our cameraman getting hit there by Julius Smokes, causing us to black out, lose our feed, and that doesn't even compare to the mayhem that was going on in the crowd there. We had to stop everything, get the wrestlers to the back, and then we're going to restart the match now, and it's back underway. The Homicide versus Bryan Danielson Best of 5 series has started.
But you can still feel that violence simmering, can't you?
Here you have Julius Smokes and Rocky Romero coming back to ringside now.
Oh, we do not need them here. This situation's about to ignite as it is.
I can't even describe what just happened in the crowd, and it's not something we could even show you. Now, however, it took some time. Unfortunately, we had that Jim Cornette promo. Looking forward to Cornette versus Heenan again. We had that pre-tape, but now we got this match started here. It's a tap-out match. The only way to win is to make your opponent tap out.
We're going to be here for a long time, because I can't imagine either one of these men giving the other man the satisfaction of tapping out.
Bryan Danielson is coming into this. Whoa, what a slap. Bryan Danielson is coming into this match with an injured left arm. First it was attacked on 12 Ford All-Star Extravaganza by Homicide with a double stomp off the top rope and a post-match attack after Danielson defeated Homicide. Then it was Final Battle 2004. Bryan Danielson and Loki brawling throughout the National Guard Armory in Philadelphia. Homicide blindsiding Danielson and using a chair on that left arm.
Crossface with a knee in the back.
It should also be noted that Homicide had the debut of a new arm submission that brought him a victory over Josh Daniels at Final Battle. And you see Homicide trying to go for the arm in the early going, and yes, targeting that left arm.
Takes him down with the overhand wrist lock. And just in case this situation isn't volatile enough, you've got the Jackal circling at ringside.
Julius Smokes, he was a factor in that Ultimate Endurance, and you better believe he'll be a factor in this one. You always have to keep an eye on him. And you also have Rocky Romero out there. Nice takeover by Danielson.
Now this is the match in this Best of 5 series that you would see you would think that Bryan Danielson has an advantage, because tell me there's a better technical wrestler in ROH.
Bryan Danielson is one of the best in the world, period. You do not want to antagonize Homicide. There's no telling what he'll do, especially after what we saw earlier. Well, you folks at home didn't see it, but with that Yankee sucks chant. And of course, it should be noted, last time ROH was in Boston, Julius Smokes was not in the building. He was in Boston, but he was in jail for urinating on Fenway Park. Homicide now with the side headlock. Oh, shoulder block, and you notice he pinpoint accuracy targeting that left arm of Bryan Danielson.
Well, that's the thing that's frustrating to a lot of the fans about Homicide, is this is as fine of a wrestler as you're going to find. It's just he's completely lost control of his emotions. But the things he does isn't because that's the only thing he can do. You know, he's just completely thrown the code of honor out the window for his own selfish purposes. And it's not because he can't wrestle.
It was frustration, I guess. There is no telling why Homicide snapped in 2004. He disappeared for a couple of shows, came back, had a shot at the world title, thought he won it at Reborn Stage 1. When he didn't, he threw that fireball, and ever since then we've seen this new Homicide, and I don't like him at all.
Well, the Jackals interfering already. They trap Danielson's foot.
Julius Smoke trying to antagonize the crowd. Homicide's working on Danielson. This is the first of best of 5 series.
Drop kick and a beauty by Danielson.
These two will have the opportunity to choose the stipulations. Oh, Danielson going to the arm of Homicide, showing Homicide what it feels like.
Well, we're assuming that either one of these men will be able to wrestle again after this match. And the way the first few moments exploded, I don't think they're going for victories here. I think they're trying to end the other guy's career.
Things have calmed down a little bit as these two go into the wrestling now. Danielson working on the legs of Homicide.
But you can feel that outbreak of violence right under the surface, can't you?
It's always going to be there. That intensity is always going to be there. What's Danielson doing now? He is in firm control, looking towards the crowd. What a leg submission, what a bridge.
Bridges into the Indian Deathlock.
Now he's tying Homicide up like a pretzel. Pressure on the leg and pressure on the arm. Danielson, of course, he attacked the arm earlier and he's been attacking the legs. That submission affects it all. Homicide manages to roll out. There is no telling what stipulations we'll see in this best of 5 series. Each match will have a different stipulation, and who even says it'll go 5 matches? This one could be over in 3, it could be over in 4.
It could be over tonight at this rate.
Every match will have a different stipulation as Danielson unleashes those European uppercuts and a spin kick, something you normally don't see out of him. Divorce court by Homicide. He goes right back to that arm.
Homicide, one of the things that makes him such a great wrestler is when Bryan Danielson had him wrapped up a second ago, a lot of guys panic, especially if it's a hold they've never seen before. Homicide didn't panic. All Homicide keeps his composure, rolls through it, and escapes. As impressive as a hold as that was by Danielson, I think it was an even more impressive escape by Homicide.
Homicide is the leader of the Rottweilers. He can do it all, whether it's submission wrestling, strong style, brawls. He is one of the best at going today at doing every different style. He was Ring of Honor's MVP in 2003. His feuds against Samoa Joe and Steve Corino will never be forgotten, and now he's got a new one here against Bryan Danielson.
At this rate, this is going to quickly be put back up on that map too, isn't it?
The fans in full support of Bryan Danielson as Homicide continues to work on that left arm. Danielson's in so much pain.
Whoever wins this 5-match series,
A cheap shot by Julius Smoke. Now won by Romero, and that's not so much as for punishment, that's just reminding Danielson that they're there and he better worry about them.
yeah, that's a little mind game right there.
Look at that, an arm submission by Homicide. Danielson trying to bridge his way out. Homicide trying to break that arm. Danielson reaching for the ropes, there it is.
And Homicide wisely has centered his attack on that left arm that he's injured twice on previous shows. Homicide with a hammerlock neck wrench combination also has that leg grapevine.
Homicide well aware of the fact that Danielson's arm is injured, and he's taking full advantage of that in this tap-out match. Danielson's got to get out of this hold. Oh, look at that, a knee to the face.
Interesting to see after that, just that incredible brawl, that Homicide has regained his faculties and is actually wrestling a very intelligent match here.
Well, it was a long period of time that these guys were given to calm down before this match was restarted. Uh-oh. Homicide trying to insult Danielson with those slaps to the head, and look at that intensity in the eyes of Bryan Danielson. You can't insult Bryan Danielson like that. Danielson fires back with those European uppercuts. Levels Homicide. Whip into the ropes. Big kick to the gut. Danielson back to the leg. Oh, and we've seen this before from Bryan Danielson. Whether it's classics against Jushin Liger, Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, Bryan Danielson, he loves to use this surfboard. Can he get him over? Yes!
And because this is a tap-out match, Danielson doesn't have to worry about his shoulder kick. That's allowing him to put even more pressure on the hold.
How can Homicide withstand the pain? Oh! That's just painful to look at. Julius Brooks jumping up on the apron. Homicide going to the eyes to get out of the hold.
Simply put, the human body was not meant to bend in that direction.
Danielson calling for the airplane spin, another favorite of his. Homicide trying to fight for his life to get out of it.
Look how long he's able to control Homicide. Just amazing strength.
Danielson's so dizzy, he just misfired that dropkick by a mile.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea.
Ace crusher. Danielson rolls to the floor, trying to get those cobwebs out of his head.
Is it too early to declare a feud of the year candidate?
Well, right now with this intensity, I'm fearful, and I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen between these two. What's Homicide doing now?
He's too dizzy. He's trying to find Danielson. I think he found him.
Tope con hilo. Homicide puts it all on the line. That might have done just as much damage to Homicide as it did to Danielson.
Here's what amazes me about both these athletes is after that incredible brawl we saw earlier, both men have come into the ring and regained their composure.
Homicide into the ropes. Danielson catches him. Oh, elbows that knee. Notice Homicide comes up clutching that knee. Danielson turns it over into a simple but effective half crab.
The half crabs are actually more effective than the full crab because you've got your full body on one knee joint as opposed to both, because two legs are stronger than two arms.
Homicide trying to crawl to the ropes to save himself. Yes, he does. Julius Smokes there with that chair just in case. More mind games from Julius Smokes. He's basically showing Bryan Danielson, I can hit you with this whenever I want. And Danielson may be going for cattle mutilation. Homicide going for a low blow. Danielson blocked it. Big lariat. What's Homicide signaling for? He just signaled to Smokes. Smokes is ripping off that corner pad. STF by Homicide. This affects the knee and the neck and wrenches the torso. Homicide lets go. There's that bare corner pad. Homicide trying to throw Danielson into it. Danielson blocks it though. Into those bare buckles. Oh, Mark.
Oh, he just fed him that ring post. He absolutely fed him the ring post.
Right with that bad left arm. Now Homicide. Oh, he's got that cinched in.
In the center of the ring. The only way Bryan Danielson can go is to his left. Rolling through to try to put his shoulders on the mat to get him to break the hold himself won't work. But look at Danielson. Danielson escapes. And with a go behind. Fights through the block. Look at the balance of Homicide. Homicide goes back to the cross arm breaker.
Danielson once again in the middle of the ring. He has to be close to tapping. Imagine how much pain he's in. Danielson reaches the ropes and saves himself.
Have you ever seen anybody counterbalance the belly-to-back suplex into a cross arm breaker like Homicide just did?
Well, you got to give Homicide all the credit in the world, despite my personal feelings towards him. Homicide now going up, trying to finish off Danielson. Danielson's arm has to be screaming in agony.
And I think Homicide's knee is. Look how long it's taking Homicide to get to the top rope.
And you notice he walked pretty gingerly over to those ropes. His knee is definitely bothering him. Danielson going for high impact here. He's going for the home run swing. He's got to score with it.
Well, he's got to score with it. Then he's got to lock into the submission.
He gets it. Danielson now, what's he going for?
It's almost like a reverse figure four.
Oh, and he bridges to add to the pressure.
A bridging figure four by Danielson.
Homicide in a world of pain, and what's Smoke's doing? No, this is such a great match.
But remember this move in matches 2, 3, and 4.
Hold on, Smokes is going up to the top. This might be a DQ. Danielson relinquishes the hold. Smoke slammed to the delight of the Boston area fans. Perhaps Julius Smokes will be a non-factor now. Danielson up on the top. Oh, Homicide catches him. What's Homicide doing? He's got the arm. There's that arm submission that made Josh Daniels tap. Can Danielson survive? Danielson is in a world of pain. He is stuck in the middle of the ring. He taps.
Homicide makes Bryan Danielson tap.
Wow, that arm must have been in so much pain. Danielson, he had a choice to make. Lose the match or have his career ended. He might have lost the functionality of that arm if he did not tap. Homicide 1-0 in the best of 5 series. Danielson's arm in a world of pain. Oh, Mark, what's going to happen in the next match?
I don't know, but I can't wait to see it. What an incredible encounter here.
What's Homicide doing? He's signaling for something.
No, the victory's not enough for Smokes and Homicide. Just handed him brass knucks. They want to end this right now.
Rocky Romero coming back to the ring. Homicide has a mic and some brass knuckles. Danielson's still in pain. That arm was attacked on 2 previous shows. Isolated in this match. Julius Smokes getting in some cheap shots.
The match is over. The referee is gone. Bryan Danielson.
I'll beat you in your own game. It's not going to be a 3 out of 5. Your career is ending right now.
Homicide's going to end it. Danielson blocks. He shrugs off Smokes. Yes, he nails Smokes.
And now he has the brass knucks.
He just knocked out Homicide.
Bryan Danielson with the equalizer.
Homicide! Homicide! You may have beat me in my match, but next time I'm going to fight you in your match. Whatever that is, me and Homicide take this match.
Match number 2 is going to be a take this fight.
Next time we get in the ring, I'm going to hurt you bad.